Hello, welcome. It is Monday. It is just after 6 p.m., and that means we are under the stadium lights at Stadium Sports Bar and Casino for the weekly coaches show. And happy October. Welcome tonight. CMR Lady Rustlers Soccer Coach Tyler Apple. How you doing? Welcome.
Good. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, man. I have enjoyed the education of soccer, basically, because if I don't know the sport already, that's pretty much what these are, is to help educate me better understand, especially when it came to volleyball and everything like that. So we're happy to have you guys every chance that we get. Before we get too far into our conversation, though, last week we ended September, we started October. Like I said, officially into the fall months. October, one of my favorite months. Welcome to Crosstown season. We start Crosstown with soccer in September, and then we don't see it again until October, and then it's all of them. So we had, let's see here, CMR over Great Falls High in volleyball, 4-1. Signe Hansen was your player of the game. Friday, homecoming, CMR 25, senior nothing, and Dalton Hegum was your player of the game. And Tuesday, Great Falls High and CMR boys were 0-0. And unfortunately, the Great Falls High and CMR girls, there was a result, and it was 2-0. So sorry, I wish it was under better circumstances. But how you guys doing since then?
Hey, we're doing good before that, through it, and after it. Winning isn't always measured on the scoreboard. We're always taking something out of the game to make ourselves, even if it's 1% better.
Yeah, for sure.
So.
Well, you guys have Belgrade tomorrow, and then you end your season with Gallatin. But I mean, overall, like your expectations going into the season, and then where you guys are now, how would they? Where would you say? Do they line up yet, or are they kind of there? Are they picking up at least some of what you're putting down, coaching wise?
Yeah, no, it's been great to see the growth throughout the season. Obviously coming in as a first year coach, changing the culture of the team a little bit, getting things to run how I wanted to after Coach Scare was there for 4 years, so he had it pretty cemented, and especially in the seniors and juniors. So just coming in and offering what I can to the girls, whether it's fundamentals or progressing in their skills.
So normally this is a question that I don't feel like needs to be asked because I get the same answer. But actually, I got two very different answers from volleyball, CMR and Great Falls High. CMR, I asked their coach, Coach Woods, I was like, hey, like, what does film study look like? Do you study film? Is there a way to study film for volleyball? And of course, there is for every sport. But I mean, humor me. I'm curious. And she's like, oh, yeah, we have film day, which I think is Monday, and they go in and they study film and they look at kind of what they're doing, the formations, what they need to do to counteract that, and what they need to change for themselves. And I asked that same question to Great Falls High Volleyball, and she's like, no, I just want them to go out and play the game and have fun and enjoy it. So what, as a first-year head coach, like what was your approach? Were you trying to lay down fundamentals? Do you guys do film study, or is there a vision that you have in mind that you're laying the foundation for as you continue this next year and the year after and so forth?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Huddle has been a great asset
Right.
for us. Yeah, I tell the girls all the time, I didn't have this kind of technology when I was coming up. It was one of the freshmen with a shaky hand and a camcorder on the sideline. So no, it's phenomenal technology, and we absolutely do use it. Whether it's getting together instead of an outdoor practice and breaking stuff down, or having the girls watch it themselves and then giving me feedback on what they see. That way it's kind of two different scenarios there. And I find that a lot of the times I can say, the same few things over and over and over again, but when they see it and visualize it with the corrections and the advice I'm giving them, it kind of clicks a little bit more and a little bit faster.
What's the key to soccer as far as fundamentals go, and making sure that everybody understands that and gets that?
Yeah, so I think it all comes down to, first of all, is how long can your lungs hold out? That's
right.
First and foremost, because if you don't have that, then good touch, vision of the game, like none of those matter if you can't keep up for 90 minutes, 80 minutes, whatever it may be. So yeah, no, I always try to in my practices, my trainings work on starting with a fundamental element and then building in that session as we go. So it's like, all right, even if you're really good at it, more practice is always, they're not going to hurt. So
you do not look like a soccer coach. Like I don't know if there is a look to it, and I'm sorry, I'm not going to say that Ted Lasso is the blueprint now, but I mean, you don't look like Ned Flanders decided to take up coaching soccer, but it's I don't know. You look like a football defensive coordinator or maybe a line coach. Is soccer your primary sport though, or were you multi-sport athlete coming up through high school and college?
Yeah, no. So soccer's been my number one. It's allowed me to travel the
Really?
world, Japan, Czech Republic, Korea. So
Wow.
yeah, I've been very fortunate and stuck it out from probably the time I was 4.5, 5, and till now. I always get out and play when I can, and just love being involved in the game as much as I can be.
So clearly a very decorated resume. What brought you here to Great Falls to coach soccer?
Yeah, so I was living in Helena, and then came up. I just moved here in January from Helena, and was coaching with the Montana Rush Club team, and then this vacancy for the CMR spot was open a lot longer than I expected it to be. So I kind of took it at the last minute because it wasn't something that I had on my radar at that time with so much going on. But now looking back, I'm very glad I took it. It's been a really rewarding
Yeah,
experience.
absolutely.
So.
Did you always see yourself as a coach eventually someday? Like, is that kind of the way of life, of an athlete, is you do until you can't, and then you teach?
Yeah, no, and I think with soccer, I always envisioned it, and then for the people that grew up in Montana, they know how far soccer has come. Even 5, 10 years ago, it's progressing. So I look at it in that bigger picture where it's not just this team. It might be 10 years down the road, and we're competing a little bit better, but I feel like helping and getting people and the girls interested in the team, that's, making a huge difference for down the line for especially Great Falls soccer.
Okay. Well, let's talk about your guys' season. You guys have about, you said, I think 9 or 10 days left officially, and then the postseason will start. But, for you, it's I know hockey and how the points work, right? Because there are draws or ties in hockey. They try not to, but every once in a while there is. And so there's points that they accumulate. Is that how it works in high school soccer? Like with the draw, and how many points do you essentially need at the start of the season to get to the postseason at the end?
Yeah, so it all varies. So you get 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and then obviously none for a loss. So I mean, it's not so much as you can't say at the start of the season, oh yeah, 50 points is going to get me.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the English Premier League, there's been teams that have lost it and then won it the next year with the same amount of points, but lost it the year prior. So it's really, I always say the ball's round and anything can happen, and I've always held true to that statement because you never know what's going to
Yeah.
happen once you step on the pitch.
So with Great Falls High, their girls, Coach Fowle said that game against you guys was must win for them. Are you guys in a similar scenario headed into this final stretch of the regular season, or you guys kind of built a little bit of comfort?
So now with dropping that one to Great Falls, they have it in the head-to-head competition. So it's tomorrow and the next few games, they are a must win. From a coaching standpoint, though, even if it is must win, I don't like to put all the emphasis on
Yeah.
that, because we're always going to be able to focus on something. And I don't want to build it up in the girls' heads where, we're going to win at all costs, because I tell them it's your choices that define you much more than your ability does. So, you could be down by 5, 6 goals and start playing dirty, but the girls, they're a wonderful group. They don't. They stay level-headed, calm, cool, collected, and just try to get better every second of it.
All right. So as you prepare for, Belgrade and then a Gallatin, two Bozeman teams, but we all know that, it's Bozeman and Gallatin and then anybody from Billings really that are the hot teams. I mean, you can't overlook one, but you got to know that that's how you're going to end your season is against a team like Gallatin. So what's been kind of the communication as you guys get prepared for this final stretch?
Yeah, and it goes back to film study. So watching the previous game against these teams, kind of seeing if they do have a weakness where we can exploit it, right? So, and I mean, the score lines haven't reflected it, but we're moving forward. We're getting better each game. The games that we lost in the beginning, hate to say it, but we're not losing as bad.
Yeah.
We're making steps in the right direction. But yeah, no, Gallatin is a great side. They've got a large pool, just like Billings, to pull from. Like I think as many girls that tried out for Great Falls and CMR is one school trying out. They probably have 65, 70 girls coming out for the program. So we do what we can with what we have, and it's all about just working to be them and be competitive with them.
So first year head coach, what was the biggest challenge for you? Like what was your biggest, like that's part of this whole experience moment?
Yeah, no, and so I'd probably say it's the off the field stuff, the administrative stuff and
booster clubs.
Yeah, when it comes to soccer, I could tell you a lot of things about it and do great things on it, but yeah, the admin high school stuff. It's been a couple years since I've been out of school, so it was a change getting back in that kind of setting and groove.
Do you guys have to like do your own laundry and everything for uniforms and whatnot, or do you have somebody that's kind of designated for that?
Yeah, no. So the girls are all in charge of that. I'll take the bibs home at the end of the week and wash them because especially in the heat, they do carry a smell after a while. So.
Do you guys have like a laundry party, girls? Like you get together and you all do the laundry at the same time? That makes a lot of sense. That team bonding, their team bonding time.
Yeah, absolutely. We skip out on the dinners and stuff. And we go straight to the laundry.
Laundry, get it done, look good, smell good.
It's loads of fun, if you know what I'm saying.
One thing I'm always curious about with the soccer coaches and their teams is the challenge that you guys face just, I guess, existing because you're not practicing at your school. You guys all have to go and basically like bid for time. And I don't think the fields are ever the same twice as far as from one year to the next because you have the rush club and then you have, 4 squads, boys and girls for both schools. And then I don't even know who else is out there at Siebel Park, but it's not like it's, in one school's backyard as opposed to the other. It's pretty remote from both. You guys got to go across the river. Great Falls High has to go all the way up to, the north east side of town. What is that like as far as you guys can't practice 10 minutes after school gets out and you guys have to basically come up with this schedule that works for everybody, knowing that, you guys are going to have to haul equipment back and forth and everything else. Like, what is that like?
So it is kind of an interesting dynamic. All the teams I've played for, the facilities have been right there, stone's throw away. And that kind of goes back to what I was saying about the administrative stuff.
Yeah.
It seems like a soccer thing, but working with the other 3 guys to get the times and the fields right and share them. It was challenging at first, but we're a group of guys that has coached for a long time, so we were able to make things work pretty easy. But I would say it takes out a little bit of the experience in my book. Just playing on your home field because even when we're slotted as the home team for Crosstown and at Memorial, you got Great Falls High as the backdrop, so it isn't 100% and truly feeling like a home game at that. So we do what we can, but the environment definitely gets affected for sure.
Do you have a preference as far as playing at Memorial on the turf or playing at Siebel on the actual grass fields?
Yeah, I would play real grass 100% of the time.
Really?
We had the first Crosstown game. One of our seniors, our captain, Charlie, she tore her ACL on that turf. And just coming up and being involved in sports, not only soccer, you watch the NFL or any sport when they're playing on turf, professionals over in Europe, like the injuries go way up because just it's a different different feel for the legs and the movement.
So do you guys have film study days? Are you guys, gathered or huddled around the huddle tapes and looking at everything? And how well do they receive what it is that you're trying to communicate as far as what they're looking for?
Like I said before, it's a great tool. So we do have days where we sit down and like the most recent one was before we traveled to Skyview to play them. And it was hands down our best game of the season. We saw what we could have done better in the first match and implemented it. So we were very competitive that game. So those kind of things really propel you forward and make you understand that, wow, this little film study does have an impact. It is working, so.
Well, my feelings about soccer and the fact that you guys can tie are not unknown. They're pretty well known. My feelings about it. Of course, Eric Fowle for the girls team, he echoes my feelings about that. But you look at volleyball. We'll just go fall sport to fall sport for argument's sake, and they go best of 5. But if they go to that 5th one, it's no longer to 25; it's to 15. I don't understand. If you guys are going to run around for 80 minutes, why not just do 2, I don't know, 30-minute halves and then have an extra 10 minutes to help try to decide? Or, I mean, I just don't know why you guys aren't trying harder to not tie. Is that a conversation that the coaches have each year at all? Or is it pretty much this is the way it is and we're not changing anything?
So for people that, live and breathe and love soccer, like a select few of us, for a tie, even from a player standpoint, so an average midfielder may run 8 to 10 miles in one game.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're going up against a side that is better than you. So coming out with a draw in those situations feels like a win in some aspects because you're going in as the underdog. Everybody had the other team, projected to win, and you bust your butt and you come out with a tie. Just for the amount of energy that you put in and running, it's not like football where you have a bunch of timeouts and stops. It's continuous besides for halftime. So they're leaving it all out there, and sometimes just battling over a larger foe is better than losing. So
Wow. Okay. Well, that's a different perspective than what I've heard. I mean, in all that though, do you like ties? Do you like tying, or would you rather have?
Obviously,
I mean, you're a
I'd win
purist,
every
so
time, yeah. But no, we just focus on controlling what we can control. So we can't control whether we win or lose, but we can control our attitude, how hard we work out there, how courageous we are. So we really just focus on those kind of things.
Well, every coach I like to ask, no matter where they're at in the program, 1st year, 4th year, whatever, what does, in their mind, insert name here, Lady Bison or boys Rustler football look like, in their image? So what does Coach Apple Lady Rustler soccer look like as far as when you think you've been successful coaching, like that moment of they've got it?
Yeah, just not quitting, not being intimidated by anybody, by anything, no matter who we're going up against, right? Just being gung ho from that first whistle, making the other team earn it, not just laying down when 1 goes in, 2 goes in, staying throughout the entire game and showing we're not just going to roll over and take it. So.
Is there one thing, because you, like I said, obviously have a very decorated resume. Is there one thing from all of your time playing soccer around the world that you learned and you took and you're like, I'm keeping that with me because I want that to be a thing wherever I go, and hope that that gets passed along to the next generation and the next generation?
Yeah, so the first thing would be the camaraderie of the team.
For sure. Absolutely.
And anybody who's ever coached high school girls knows you're dealing with a lot of emotions from time to time.
There's some elements there.
So
Combustible ones.
and that's one of the things you juggle throughout the season. But we're to a place now where we can understand constructive criticism. Everybody's trying to get better as a unit, building up as a whole. So we're working really well at that. And that's something, I found on all of my successful teams. We might not have had the most skilled players in some of the positions, but because our attitudes and our vibes were good going in, we played so much better. And then the second one that I've carried through me since my time in Japan would be our pregame chant.
Oh,
so it comes from South Africa,
really?
And it just, it really hypes the girls up.
Okay.
I've never met somebody go through it and see it, witness it when we're in the huddle that doesn't get fired up and ready to go to war. So
is that how you guys feel about the pregame chant? You guys get fired up about it? You want to do a little bit of it for us? Like, it's not game day. We're not doing that. And they got a mouthful of wings. It's all right. Well, as we get ready to wrap up our time with Coach Apple, and then we'll have Delaney and Gracie on here. Gracie first, and then Delaney. But we do a little thing here called fishing for compliments with Coach. So I have this little fishbowl here. Here's a fishing rod, and then you'll have to give a compliment to the girls based on whatever number is assigned to whatever compliment, since the coaches are notorious for not giving compliments to their players. All right.
We'll take that one. That's cut against the. There we go.
Oh, we almost had it. There we go. Let's try it one more time here. There we go. Okay. And what number do we have here?
1.
Number 1. All right. Let me find my key real quick. Number 1. I'm curious to see. I don't think we've had anybody get number 1 just yet. So I had it written down, and of course, like things do, it disappeared. So number 1 is here we go. Number 1 is their personality. Give me a compliment about Delaney and Gracie and their personality.
Okay, wow. Really saved the hard question for the end.
Yeah, right?
Really gotta search my brain for this one. No, there's a reason why I brought these two with me today.
I see.
You know?
Okay, makes sense.
Except now I'm seeing a whole nother nervous side of them.
Oh,
that I've
isn't
never
that great?
seen before, you know.
So great.
I thought seeing them wake up on the bus after a 3-hour drive was scary. But no, you know, they're always smiling, laughing, joking, having a good time. The two of them are certainly the heart of their squads, and always are pushing to do better, asking us for feedback and ways they can relay it to the rest of the squad, and just really being the heart and soul of their team, you know. And that goes a long way, because when there are troubled times, when you do get a couple goals on you, it's awesome to have people like that and the heart and soul of your team to propel you forward, make it feel like, you know, it isn't that bad. We've got people like this that can somehow find a smile and a laugh through it all.
What years are they?
They're both sophomores.
Wow. Okay, so you got a few more years with them.
Yeah, no, very excited. You know, we've got a lot of talent coming up. You know, unfortunately, next year we're going to have about 15 seniors. So,
oh boy,
that'll be a tough year to follow that. But you know, when you have girls like that that are up and coming and ready to give it all on the field, you know, as a coach, it's the dream to have them to come back to once the season begins next year.
Okay, well, we got some posters for you guys to sign, and then we'll give away a couple of them to those in attendance here. But hey, I want to thank you so much for your time. Give it up for Coach Apple and the Lady Rustlers. So we will be right back with Gracie Van Tassel. Is that what we're doing first? Okay, so we will be right back after this. The Stadium Lights Coaches Show is made possible by our proud sponsors, the Burger Bunker, located at 24 5th Street South here in Great Falls and open Monday through Saturday. It's my personal favorite burger in town. I like the Island. Stop in and tell them the F.A.N Show sent you. Burger Bunker, no frills, just deliciousness for your inner burger lover. Mars of Great Falls, your one-stop shop for a variety of automobile restoration services. Call today at 406-315-2142 or stop in and see Archie yourself at 1224 19th Avenue South. Schulte's 38th Street Store and Coffee House. Family owned and the best chicken in town if you ask me. But don't take my word for it. Stop in and see for yourself at 3800 3rd Avenue South. A Cutting Crew and Nails too. Located at 315 17th Avenue Northeast. Walk-ins are welcome, or call and book an appointment today, 406-771-4900. Russell Country Federal Credit Union, where they believe in helping you and your children achieve financial success while building a better community. They want to be your financial home, so stop in their Great Falls or Fairfield office and get started on your new account today. Mountain West Farm Bureau Insurance, the Eric Dirk Agency. Protecting what matters most, local service you can trust, and specializing in home, auto, life, and farm ranch products. And finally, C.M. Russell Hall of Famer Linda Morin, Rustler Pride. All right, we are back. First up, Gracie Van Tassel. Welcome. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. So I know your older brother. He was one of the players of the game for basketball. So clearly, sports, athletics, and being good at them run in the Van Tassel family. Is that true?
Somewhat.
So, somewhat. Okay, who's the better athlete between you and your brother?
Jonah.
Oh, no hesitation whatsoever there.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously, coach thinks that you're pretty good if he brought you to the coach's show to, be grilled by me.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'm sorry that Okay, so Crosstown, when it was a draw early on in the season, it was like, okay, so nobody won, nobody lost. But now there was an actual winner. I mean, even though it wasn't you guys, was it almost a relief that it wasn't a tie again, or?
Kind of. I think it was really frustrating for us all because we, hyped it up for so long and got
Oh,
so
for sure.
excited. Yeah, but obviously wasn't what we were looking forward to. But definitely was better than not a tie. Kind of. Even though it wasn't the way we wanted it to work out, it just it was kind of a weight off of our chests because it's been ties so long.
Yeah, I was gonna say it took over a year to finally get a player of the game, and there was some serious debate if I should do it for a draw. And I said, I don't know. We'll have to see. And then, sure enough, girls, there is not a draw. But yeah, last year it ended two ties, and then this year it was two ties. But they haven't all been like 0-0. Like there's been
Yeah.
2-2-2,
1-1,
1-1. So you guys have definitely put forth the effort. And soccer is that one sport where I'm just like, I really wish that they would try harder to not tie. Like, give you guys extra time, like just a little bit of extra time there.
Yeah.
But that's my feelings anyway. So, what is it about soccer that you like so much?
I definitely love the camaraderie. The team is really, really fun because it's like a larger team than you would normally have.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's really fun. It's where some of my best friends are, and I really enjoy the going on the road with my friends, and they're so funny, and I love them.
You're making memories. That's what's
Yeah,
important.
yeah.
So soccer is an interesting one. I've kind of there was a few years ago I ranked the different sports and what I thought each athlete of that sport was. With football, it's very much a mental and physical game because you have to be thinking about the play and then your opponent as far as the defense or offense. But you're doing quick sprints. It can be 4 seconds or it can be 15 or 20 seconds.
Mhm.
And so they kind of have a balance there. I said that hockey players are without a doubt one of the most athletically gifted athletes because you're doing what football is doing on ice skates, right? Full
Yeah.
contact, full speed. Basketball, I'll give them endurance. Sometimes they're the best actors with how they
I
flop
would say
or what.
soccer players.
Soccer players are pretty good actors.
Yeah.
I said if you have athletes out on a pitch that are running around constantly, nonstop, and any time that it was stopped, it gets added on. I think those are the most well-conditioned athletes in the world. Is that? Would you say you agree or disagree?
I would say I agree for the most part. Sometimes I think it depends on the position you play.
Oh,
Yeah.
goalkeeper, yeah,
Well,
obviously.
yeah, our goalkeeper is definitely, we love her so much.
Coach said you're a forward. What do you like about being a forward?
Um, I really like how, I really enjoy the being able to kind of drop back when I need to and then
Mhm.
come back. I like playing midfield for that reason because I like being able to drop back and help in defense and then be able to go up and get some action and forward as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And those of you watching online, any questions you have for Gracie or Delaney, you can drop them in the comments and we'll get to them. So, one of the best things about talking to you guys during the coaches show is finding out what the season and what game days are like for you. So, apparently, the CMR boys have discovered Lunchables.
Oh.
That's all they eat during pregame, and it's
You know,
not.
there are a lot of Lunchable wrappers on the bus.
Boys, you need to clean up your mess. And it's not just like the meat and cheese one. Apparently, they go all out. They get the pizza ones. They get like all the fancy. I didn't even have those when I was a kid. Not to date myself, but they've come a long way since then. So for you guys, and then I guess Great Falls High, the girls do the entire Hamilton soundtrack
Oh,
before game day. I don't know if you guys have heard that racket
no, I
before
haven't.
game.
No, I haven't heard that one.
So what's your guys's, or I guess what's
We
yours?
do
And
the like cheer that they learned in I don't know where they even were, but it's like an foreign cheer that we do. I think it's fun because we kind of get a laugh out of it, but it's really fun because we all get to like lock arms and like be one like together, and it's really fun.
Now it's in a foreign language. Have you guys all been told like what it means though in English, or has that been left a mystery?
No, we could be saying anything honestly, and we'll just say it.
I don't know if that's funny or mean because
I don't know.
Coach, your girls, that has to be the utmost level of trust in anyone. Here's the chant. You don't know what it says, but you just need to do this before every game.
They look pretty silly doing it, so I think that sold us.
Wow. Props to Coach. That's earning trust right there, real quick. Well, what about for you personally? Is there a snack that you have to have each time, a song that you can't skip on your playlist, or
Squashies.
what is squashies?
They're so yummy. They're my favorite candy, and I like to listen to Morgan Wallen.
Morgan Wallen. Okay, so that's probably the one that makes the most sense of anybody that I've talked to, because that's a true like a Montana thing, right? Is Morgan Wallen?
Yep.
Yeah.
I love listening to him before games.
Oh, okay, but what's a squashy? Somebody
Okay,
educate me here.
it's like a squishy Smartie candy. Like,
Oh my God, I think my
something-
wife was eating those today.
I was too.
Is it in the font of the Squishmallow? Like,
Yeah. Yep.
oh my God, that's what a squashy. When did those come out?
They're pretty new, but they're
Wow.
delicious. You gotta try them, dude.
She's raving about them.
They're my favorite.
Okay, so squashies and Morgan Wallen.
Yes,
Fair enough.
that's me.
Okay. What is your favorite team building other than laundry? Obviously, you talked about that. You guys do team building?
Yeah, we do. We did a really fun team building exercise where we had to wear blindfolds, and Delaney was my partner, or we had to like wear blindfolds, and then they set up like this giant obstacle course with cones, all kinds of different cones, and they had to guide us through with their voices. They couldn't like touch us or anything. They could tell us like where to go, and it was really fun. Yeah, it was a really fun like team building exercise. Get communication.
How many sports do you do?
I do 3.
Wow. Okay. What are the 3?
I do basketball, soccer, and golf.
And
But I don't do golf with the school.
Okay, I was gonna say because that's a fall sport too for you
Yeah.
guys.
Unfortunately, I can't do both.
So is there a favorite? Is soccer your favorite?
Basketball's my favorite.
Wow. This has been a trend on the coaches show too, is that there have been girls I've had up here that do 3 sports, and as far as their favorites go, it's not that sport that they're here for.
Sorry.
That's okay though. So is it basketball?
Yeah.
Okay. So basketball is your favorite. What is it about basketball that wins out over soccer though?
Definitely I've played it longer. Well,
And you can't tie.
I've played them actually pretty much the same, but yeah, you can't tie. It's like faster paced game sometimes, I feel like, and I don't know, I just feel like I really have like a lot of passion for basketball. I like it a lot.
I feel like running around on a court is not the same as running around on a soccer pitch.
No, it's not.
She said that like, you're absolutely 100% right.
Yeah.
We talked with one of the teams about injuries and just how you guys can get because of the cleats and the aggressiveness out there. The slides, the tackles can get beat up. What's the worst injury that you've gotten?
I have, let's see, I don't know. I've gotten some pretty nasty bruises, a lot of those, but I don't know, probably just rolling my ankles over and over, and that's pretty much got to be it. I just constantly roll my ankles.
I do love when the girls teams get aggressive with each other because I think it's really funny, the faces that they make, and just, it's like you don't expect it and then it happens. Is there a time that you've either checked someone, tackled someone, or tripped someone where you did it so hard or so aggressively that you were like, "Oh, I'm so sorry"?
Well, yeah, but I don't normally say sorry. Yeah.
It's just part of the game at that point.
When we get down, I just don't have any remorse.
No mercy, no quarter. Nothing. Wow. Is that something that coach teaches, or is that just your personality?
Probably my dad. It's my dad's personality.
Oh boy. Okay. So we got dad heavy influence on the girls' soccer. Oh boy. That's always a great combination.
Yeah.
So Jonah's the better athlete, but I mean, are you going to get there? Do you think you'll be a better athlete?
I wouldn't bet on it. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm really like committed. So I don't
Okay.
know. Yeah.
Well, you still have so much high school sports left. I mean, soccer, basketball, and then golf. Outside of school. But have you given any thought at all as far as what you want to do after high school? Do you want to try to get scholarship for basketball, or?
I don't really know sports wise. I'd just let that happen and play out as it will. But I definitely want to study like med somewhere for something. I don't know. I like the thought of being a medical professional or being some kind of like biologist. Any field.
I don't know about the medical part. I just feel like after our last conversation, as far as the remorse or no remorse, I don't want to be going in to get blood drawn, and then you come in and then you poke me, and I'm like, "Ow!" And you're like, "Oh,
Well,
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Did that hurt?" That's just how I see that exchange happening. Got to have a little bit of remorse in the medical field. Just a bit, just a tip for you. Well, it's coach's first year.
Yep.
And I've only talked to a handful of first-year head coaches, but with you guys having 9 days left, you've got Belgrade tomorrow, Gallatin. Your grade of Coach Apple as far as your year with him.
A+.
A+, no hesitation either. So she's confident
I
in
would
that
say
grade.
our his brother as well, Alfonso Apple. He is a 6 or 7 out of 10. He's not quite up there with Ty, but he's a great guy. I love Alfonso. Shout out to him.
Shout out Alfonso Apple. They suit up on game day. You like
Oh, yeah.
that?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it
I
like
respect
it's
it.
like it's business time?
I respect it.
Do you guys do they do any kind of dress up on bus rides to away games like that? Formal? I know
Well,
some sports do
You
that.
count their PJ bottoms and their silly socks. They got their silly socks going on a lot.
You just got to do Zoom dress up. So 2020, there's the pandemic. Everybody's meeting over video and conference call and Zoom, and so all you had to do is be dressed up from the waist up. I think that's a happy medium for you guys. You guys can do sport coats and pajama bottoms anytime you travel to an away game. That I think is something that could really bring you guys together. I'm just going to throw it out there.
For sure.
If the coaches are going to suit up, suit up, okay, you guys can at least do half.
Yeah, you're right.
Meet them halfway, so to speak. Who's better at Mario Kart, you or Jonah?
Oh, me.
Oh,
That's
wow.
That's me.
Who's your go-to character?
Daisy.
Daisy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And when it comes to usage of red shells, blue shells, green shells, and no mercy.
No mercy at all. No, yeah, I mean, yeah, it took me a while to get a hold of using the green shells, but I'm pretty good at Mario Kart.
Wow. I love the confidence there. I was just at one of my one-off events in Connecticut over the weekend, the robot fights, and there was a father-son that ended up having to go up against each other. And people were like, what's this going to be? Is he going to go easy? I was like, I'm thinking this is a family where it's Mario Kart rules, where it's you show no mercy. You go for the throat. You got to learn defeat at some point, and this is it right now. How did it take a while to finally beat him at Mario Kart?
I think it was always just me from the start. I'm just pretty good at that game.
What's the one item you'd want to take with you if you got stranded on a desert island?
Oh, definitely the Infinity from like the new Mario Kart. The Infinity one, because you get like 8 different power-ups in one
Wow.
pack.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
sound like such a nerd.
Well, let me clarify. It doesn't have to be a Mario Kart item. Like any, I like it. It could be a book.
Dude.
It's like she's hard on the Mario Kart right now. That's pretty awesome. That's passion.
No, I would probably bring a rifle Like,
Fair enough. Okay. I'm okay with that answer.
Yeah.
What can you tell me about our next guest, Delaney?
Oh, so me and Delaney go way back.
Oh boy.
When I
Okay.
first moved to Montana in like second grade, we were best friends all the way up until for forever. And yeah, she's super, super sweet and my favorite ever on our team. I love her so much. We've
Tell
always
me,
played soccer together, so.
as the last thing before we switch over, tell me something about Delaney that she wouldn't openly tell me herself.
Oh. I gotta think about that one for a sec.
Like a Delaney fun fact, even if she's a little embarrassed by it.
She is really good at doing skibbity voices.
At what voices?
Just impressions and stuff.
All right, I know how we're filling her time. All right. Well, I thank you so much, Gracie,
Thank
for
you.
joining me here. We talked about voices of Delaney, your pregame rituals, squishies, squashies. Okay, apparently squashies are the thing now, and your love for soccer, but not quite as much as basketball.
And Mario Kart.
And Mario, you can't forget Mario Kart. It's the one thing she's better than her brother at. Hello, Jonah. If you're watching, good to see you. Yeah, I know. He's right there. He heard you. He made a point to come down here. All right. Well, we are going to switch over to Delaney, but Gracie, give it up for her, folks. She's been fantastic. Thank you so much for your time. All right, and we will be right back after this. The Stadium Lights Coaches Show is made possible by our proud sponsors, The Burger Bunker, located at 24 5th Street South here in Great Falls and open Monday through Saturday. It's my personal favorite burger in town. I like the island. Stop in and tell them the F.A.N show sent you. Burger Bunker, no frills, just deliciousness for your inner burger lover. Mars of Great Falls, your one-stop shop for a variety of automobile restoration services. Call today at 406-315-2142 or stop in and see Archie yourself at 1224 19th Avenue South. Schulte's 38th Street Store and Coffee House. Family owned and the best chicken in town if you ask me. But don't take my word for it. Stop in and see for yourself at 3800 3rd Avenue South. A Cutting Crew and Nails too. Located at 315 17th Avenue Northeast. Walk-ins are welcome or call and book an appointment today. 406-771-4900. Russell Country Federal Credit Union, where they believe in helping you and your children achieve financial success while building a better community. They want to be your financial home, so stop in their Great Falls or Fairfield office and get started on your new account today. Mountain West Farm Bureau Insurance, the Eric Dirk Agency, protecting what matters most, local service you can trust, and specializing in home, auto, life, and farm ranch products. And finally, C.M. Russell Hall of Famer Linda Morin, Rustler Pride. All right, we are back with Delaney Youngers.
Yes.
Welcome. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah, a little nervous.
Yeah.
Okay, I won't ask you to do the voices yet.
Okay.
That's definitely in my back pocket. Okay, so your turn then. Tell me something that Gracie would not have told me on her own while she was up here.
I think she probably wouldn't have told you about, honestly, nothing. She tells everyone everything.
She's an open book?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know if I believe it, but all right, I'll take it.
No, she is.
And then the rest of the team has joined us. Hi, rest of the team. Welcome. It's good to see you guys. Hello. Oh, you feel a little better with your team being here?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. All right. So pregame stuff, we always love to talk about it because everybody's a little different. What's your pregame look like?
Definitely visualizing like plays that the team could do and listening to like hype music.
What's your hype song? Or what are some songs in your hype playlist?
Probably Turn Down for What.
That is perfect. That's a great hype song.
It's my favorite.
Okay, so that's your favorite no skip hype song. Any snacks? Are squashies?
Yeah.
Lunchables?
Squashies.
Squashies? Wow.
Mhm.
Okay, so that's become like a team thing then.
Yeah.
There was one one of the Bison girls that does an energy drink and then candy, and I was like, you just get fueled up on caffeine and sugar. Is that kind of your approach
Yeah.
too?
Mhm.
Yeah, you crack a Red Bull before you go out on the field too.
Mhm.
Jeez, you guys. I don't even know what to say about that. But apparently, if you guys can get through 80 minutes just on that alone, I guess you're doing fine because
Mhm.
not all of you are big fans of the endurance training. Where does soccer rank as far as your favorite sports?
It's my favorite.
Okay, we've got a favorite sport. Yes, it has happened. Okay, one per interview. I like to have it here because otherwise it's weird. It's like we're talking soccer, and it's not my favorite. Okay. All right. So what do you love about soccer?
I love the team aspect of soccer.
Those guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean I don't mean it. Continue.
I've made so many friends through being on the soccer team,
Yeah.
and I just love it because of that.
Okay. Now, as far as the physical demands of it, because like I told Coach and Gracie, you guys have got to be the most well-conditioned athletes to just run around for 80 minutes out there, and then it could end in a tie. So, do
Mhm.
you condition in the off season or anything, or do you
Yeah.
just kind of
Yeah.
yeah? What? So, track is that your other sport?
No, I play tennis.
Okay. That was a left turn. But then again, nobody's really said that if they play soccer that they do any kind of long distance running in the spring to help keep them up in shape.
Mm,
No, not a
no.
fan.
No.
Not a fan at all.
Mm-mm.
What is it about tennis? That's a real left turn for me as far as
I just picked it up last year, and I think it's really fun.
okay. All right. You've got it mastered yet as far as you
No.
understand the rules and everything?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm a tennis master.
Grade coach for me. It's his first year with you guys.
Probably an F.
Wow.
I would give him an A plus.
She said it, but it was like with conviction. Like there was a you said it and you just looked at me and I was like, wow. And then you had to like you paused and then said, oh, just kidding. So I'm not
No, I'm just kidding.
are you sure you're
Yes,
just kidding?
I'd give him an A plus.
Okay, all right. So coach has got A plus from the two that are up here. I was a little worried there for a minute because then I was going to ask you, okay, tell me what he could have done better.
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay, well, I guess it is an A plus then. What have you liked about what he teaches for soccer? As far as your sophomore, you've got more years of him, more years of soccer.
Mhm.
Soccer's your favorite sport.
Yeah. I think he's great at keeping us like giving us confidence and keeping us encouraged even through like losses. And he's good at like he has good soccer knowledge, so he's great at giving us plays and like coaching us through things.
Well, have you looked up what your chant means at all?
No,
I feel like you would have been somebody that would have looked it up.
I have not.
Just blind trust. We're doing this. Whatever
Yes.
it means, it means.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is this going to be something where if he keeps coaching and you guys do, he's coaching for 5 years and you've come and gone, but do you have to tell each class after you can't look up what it means? Like this has to be the thing with us is that we do this, but we don't know what it means.
I don't think anyone will look it up. We
Okay.
just go with
Just
it.
do it.
Yeah.
Oh, I can respect that. Well, you have 2 more crosstowns after this, but what was it like, ending in a draw for one and then the 2-0 against the Lady Bison last week?
It was definitely not the outcome that we had hoped for, but we grew as a team from the experience, and I think we're gonna come out stronger next season.
Yeah, you guys got a good strong class that's going to go junior, senior. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, Belgrade, you guys have them tomorrow. How you feel about that matchup?
I feel good about it. I think we're gonna go out and play our hardest as a team, and just like we did last time.
Well, you're one of the only players of any sport I've talked to. Well, no, I take that back. Caleb Taylor, I guess, watches film with coach, but you're visualizing the game and your pregame ritual, like what plays will work. Is that come from the film study, or is that just what you know your guys' strengths are?
Yeah, I think both. Watching the film definitely helps because you can see like what mistakes you've made and what you could have done to do better. And then before a game, I think it helps to visualize you doing it the way that it would have been more beneficial. And then it's like in your head that you're going to do that play instead of like getting it in your head that you're going to make the same mistake again.
Okay. Well, this is a great opportunity for a question I'm curious about because you are one, like I said, one of the few people that has actually taken the game and you're diving in from a mental side of it.
Mhm.
Obviously, you love soccer, so you want to know everything that you can, master it. But do you learn more from your loss? So let's say you're watching film from Crosstown where you guys lost,
Mhm.
or from the team that you're about to play, so a Belgrade and their loss. Which do you learn more from as far as for an upcoming opponent?
I would say probably watching our losses
Really?
because then you know like you're not as much worried about what they're going to do because they could have changed since their last game
Yeah.
and like came up with new plays, but you know like your team and what you can do better.
So it's not something like if Gallatin beat Belgrade 9-0, it's like, let's see what they did because they clearly found a way. You're pretty much banking that they're going to take that, etch a sketch that thing, and be like, we're
Yeah,
done.
I would say most teams would look at a loss like that and try to change their mistakes. So it's easier for us to look at our losses and try to change our mistakes than to focus on like what Belgrade messed up on.
Has there been any matchups where you've just pretty much been like, throw it away? Like, I don't even want to see. Like, I know I made mistakes, but I don't need to see them again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which one was that?
Probably Bozeman.
Oh, the Bozeman teams. Are
Mhm.
you one that do you dislike the Bozeman teams more or the Billings teams more?
Billings.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
You guys, I don't think you've been quite hurt by Bozeman as much as some of the other teams because
Mhm.
they're very much in a Bozeman state of mind right now. But okay, Billings is right up there. What would the biggest win for you that isn't Crosstown be? Which team? Who do you want to take it to the most?
Um, maybe the like our upcoming game against Bozeman.
Oh, okay. Well, you guys have Belgrade and then Bozeman, and you will finish it off with Gallatin. So that's a pretty legit stretch. Now you're a sophomore. You've got plenty of seasons ahead of you with
Mhm.
the Lady Bison and just everything that you're doing. But obviously, you're going to be a senior at one point, and you're going to want to have something to show for that time. So mentally, when you go out there, how much are you playing for your seniors, knowing like, hey, one day I'm going to be there. I got to do my part to make sure that they're leaving on the best note they can.
Yeah, definitely a lot. I love our seniors
Yeah.
and I don't want them to leave the field like upset with how the team played. Like I want them to have a good senior year.
Okay. Well, since the rest of the team showed up, if you were to be stranded on a desert island, who would you want to be with you? And you can't say Gracie.
Um, I would say Ellie
Why is that?
because she is like a big sister to me.
Okay. All right. And what's the one item you would want to have with you on the desert island?
Um, probably squashies.
She's not worried about getting coconut milk or about building a fire. She just wants squashies because I don't know. You probably think you're either going to be there for a long time or somebody's going to rescue you pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now that we have had that answer, I got to go ahead and say that hands down, the best answer that we have ever had for that question. I'm trying to remember who said it, but it was without hesitation, it was a boat. If I'm stranded on a desert island, I want a boat. Like, and she needs to, or whoever it was, I think it was one of the girl players. She needs to just, that's next level thinking right there. But I appreciate your answer.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Kart, you get on the sticks for that.
No.
No, what's your game? Do you game?
Mm-mm.
No. So what's if it's not soccer? What are you doing?
Sleeping.
I don't know if sleeping's a hobby necessarily, but do you have a hobby that isn't sleeping and isn't soccer?
Tennis.
All right, so I get it. You're clearly very much involved in the sports that you do.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, fair enough. What's been your favorite team bonding with these guys?
Probably the like laundry days.
You guys really have fun on laundry days.
Yeah,
Okay. Is it somebody's house or is it at a laundromat?
a house.
A house? Is it
Mhm.
rotate whose house
Yeah.
it is? Wow, okay. And who's your favorite house to have laundry party at?
Probably Charlie's.
Charlie's house? What's so great about Charlie's house?
She has like a soda bar.
I think that'll do it. Big screen and soda bar and all the fun stuff. Okay, so you guys have some interesting team bonding, but I respect it. I think you guys are a solid squad. So,
Mhm.
have you given since obviously you've been involved in soccer for a long time? Soccer's your favorite sport. I mean, are you wanting to take this to the next level? And is there a program in mind that you're kind of eyeing?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay, all right. Frontier Conference has had some pretty solid teams.
Mhm.
They'd probably be happy to have you, but I mean, you still got plenty of time. But
Yeah.
you never know who's giving it a little bit of thought.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, thoughts from the season. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up with, you guys have 9 days left. Okay, I get it. It's not over yet, but what did you learn from the season and what are you taking with you next year?
I think as a team we've grown so much from our first day of practice. We obviously didn't have a lot of the outcomes that we had hoped for,
Yeah.
but I think we grew a lot from them.
Okay.
And we're going to come out stronger from it next season.
Okay. Favorite memory with these girls so far?
Probably the bus rides.
Yeah. Are you a pajama bottoms and dress up top? No?
No.
No. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Well, next week we will have cross country, both schools. All right. Dave Killian will be joining us. We'll have athletes from both sides. I've been told CMR's cross country coach cannot make it. That's fine. But I mean, how much cross country can we really talk? We're going to try to do it in one coach's show. And then the next week, what my hope is that I'm joined by both coaches, Great Falls High football, CMR football, because that is crosstown week for the football teams. I think it could be a lot of fun. Some people are saying you're messing with some very combustible elements. I said, I know. That's what I like about it. So we'll see. But that right now is the hope for 2 weeks from now. So if you guys are cross-country enthusiasts, be here next week. It'll be a great time because Dave's he's always fun to talk to. But you guys have been fantastic. Thank you so much, Coach Apple, Gracie, and Delaney. Thank you so much for joining us. Give it up for Delaney. She's been fantastic. I will release you to go enjoy your squishies. So remember, every Monday, 6 to 7, we are here under the stadium lights at Stadium Sports Bar and Casino for the Coaches Show. And until next Monday, we'll see you around.